block size issues and stuff like that.
The block size issue has not really affected me. I do transactions every single day. So a lot of people say this is a huge issue. I don't see the issue. My transactions are getting through. I'm paying 15 cents per transaction to send money internationally. It's not the end of the world. What we're seeing is the fact that in a system where no one can impose their view, governance is hard. It's difficult to achieve consensus on important issues. But the same thing that caused the problem, which is the block size debate, has also created the seeds over the last year and a half for a very broad spectrum of solutions. Compact blocks, segregated witness, lightning network, Mimble Wimble, you name it, dozens of new technologies, some of them invented seemingly overnight to address the big problem. The big problem that actually causes problems with wallet users, especially badly designed wallets, but if you know how to use a wallet and it's well designed, it doesn't actually cause any problem. So I don't think that Bitcoin has been going through hard times. I think Bitcoin will always face the challenge of scaling. Every system that is based on real resources in the real world has scaling as an upper limit that always exists. If you increase that upper limit, people invent new applications that go up to the upper limit. If you increase the container, the volume of gas expands to fill the container. And it's the same thing with Bitcoin. If you gave me a 10 gigabit internet connection at my Airbnb here in Buenos Aires, most people would go, what could I do with a 10 gigabit connection? I would go, here's my top 10 list of things I want to do. Let me prioritize because I'm going to run out of bandwidth tomorrow. I was like, okay, I'm going to host the archive. I'm going to run the biggest freaking Bitcoin node the planet has ever seen. I'm going to make a copy of Netflix. I'm going to... oh, I filled my 10 gigabit connection. Right? You give me space, I'll invent ways to use it. What's happening in Bitcoin is that in our debate, no one can step up and say, okay, I heard everybody's opinion, now here's what we're going to do, because we don't have a leader. That is seen by outsiders as a problem. I think it's the most healthy thing we have in Bitcoin. It's what will keep us from being hijacked into a direction that Bitcoin is no longer Bitcoin, and we have to start all over again. You have time for one more question? Yes.
Well, you're a great Bitcoin evangelist. Now, I always say that you might, I don't know if you agree with this, and you might not have a opinion on that, but I think that Bitcoin is to the financial world like Haskell, the programming language, is to the programming languages world. And so I've asked like some hardcore developers like Charlie Lee and Gavin Wood about the usage of Haskell in the blockchain world. They were kind of oblivious, but I definitely think some evangelism of type-safe languages would be a great benefit to Bitcoin, to the blockchain in general. I don't know if you have a perspective on this.
Okay, so how many people understood that question? All right, I'm going to tread carefully here. Haskell is a type-safe language. That means that yes, you can predict in advance and you can provide formal verification and logic as to how a program is going to behave and what types various variables are going to be, which creates much better code security. There's an old saying, which I really love, which is, if engineers build houses the way programmers write code, the first woodpecker would end civilization. And this is true. And what's interesting is that this is the first time we've ever done distributed network money. Turns out, if you're doing distributed network money, bugs hurt. They hurt with a B billions, right? They hurt in your pocket. Now, the great news is, that is a fantastic feedback mechanism. If you write shit code, and then because you wrote shit code, you lose shit tons of money, you write better code. Already, we're seeing the development of formal languages. We're seeing the largest deployment of very good public key cryptography. We're seeing the largest deployment in consumer space of hardware tokens. We're seeing the largest deployment of two-factor authentication associated with money. Bitcoin is forcing people to improve security, security of use, security of coding, the application of cryptography. This is the most forward-driving application of cryptography that has ever existed. When you put money under the control of individuals, they learn information security really fast. Now, we have to make it easier. Programmers have to learn how to write better code with better type-safe languages and more logical formal proofs. But there's a built-in incentive system. And what that's doing is it's very rapidly accelerating the improvement in quality that you're hoping for. If you go to any Ethereum conference nowadays, there will be a presentation on formal proofs. 2 months before the DAO, there were no presentations on formal proofs at conferences. Adaptation in action, right? So I'm really interested in seeing how these things develop. But you know, part of creating completely new computer science, which is what this is, in an area, in a domain where you have market-based competition with real agents, with real stakes, with real money at risk. You know, this is why the proof of concept prototype that the bank is building is worth shit. It's because it's not real, right? Bitcoin has been doing this for real for 7 years. Ethereum is doing it for real right now. And all of these other systems, when they're exposed to real attacks and real actors, we learn really fast because the incentives are there. That's free market innovation. I'm very excited about it.
Andreas, there is some more talks in this track. If you're comfortable with